Alright guys, this is the Nitecore tip on turbo mode. Absolutely huge amount of light, as you can see from such a small flashlight. Super bright, lights up my whole backyard, easy as. How cool is that? Small, compact, lightweight and EDCable, and built-in charger and battery. How good's that? Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today I'll bring you a very special presentation. I love this light. It's my new EDC, I think. Well, we'll wait and see. The Nitecore tip. That was a bit lackluster. Even on turbo, it's too bright out here. It's like a 35-degree day and I'm standing outside like a goof. No worries, let's get the review started. Alright guys, so in front of me we have the Nitecore tip Christmas edition. Actually on the box it says winter edition, so I'm not sure which one it actually is, because even on the Nitecore website it says Christmas edition, and then on the box it says winter. Actually a pretty good combination, because my birthday is Christmas Day, so if you all want to send me stuff, you know where I am. Cough cough. Yeah, so basically Christmas edition, because it looks like Christmas. Comes in two colors, the red and the green, or the blue and the red. You can choose which one, or you can use my link and then buy two and then match them both together, so then you get two that look the same. I actually like that they're different colors. Well, I've already managed to scratch mine, I think. Pretty funny. I actually like that there are two different colors, because you never get lights that actually look like these, and you never really get lights with the metallic paint, because the metallic paint looks like really shiny and nice. It's a very cool looking light. So yeah, first of all I'll show you what it came with. That's the box that it comes in, Nitecore tip winter it says. Comes with a Nitecore warranty, which if you got a version 1 of this, you would be using the warranty card, because the version 1 had the lockout drain, but this is version 2 and there's no lockout drain. So the manual there, and this is the only edition that comes with the USB charging port 2, charging cable. All the other ones, the standard tips, they don't come with the USB. Or the box like this, all this winter stuff, they only come with the warranty card and the manual and the tip, and obviously you get the keychain part and this part. I don't know what this part is, a little ringlet. Alright guys, we had to move this inside the house now. I've got the fan on because it's pretty hot outside and my phone keeps on overheating, so hopefully having the fan on in the room will help solve the overheating issues. Yeah, so basically this is a Nitecore tip version 2. So I can confirm that these Christmas edition tips or winter edition tips, that they are version 2, so they don't suffer from the lockout issues the same as the version 1s. The version 1s were running out of battery after 4 days in lockout mode, but I can confirm my one has been locked out for a while and I didn't get no drain issues. I did pull it apart and check the drain amperage, which was 88 microamps, which is a tad high, but that's still acceptable. It's not too bad actually. Yeah, basically we'll just run over the specs now and features. Alright, so it's a metallic keychain. So yeah, so it's metallic paint on the keychain itself, on the tip. You can see one side's red and one side's green. It's a pretty cool looking light. You don't usually get these colors on a light, and then to have mixed colors on a light too is even cooler. It's available in multiple color temperatures, so you can either get the tip, the high CRI, or you can get this version, which is the Cree XPG S3, which is actually it's a cool white tint, but it's up to about 360 lumens max, so you get more lumens with the cool white tint than the high CRI tint. So Nitecore says integrated precision digital optics technology provides extreme reflector performance. So pretty much that's just their system saying that it kind of looks like optics. The beam is super floody. It doesn't throw that far. It only throws to 74 meters, but it's still a reflector and lens system. Alright, so built-in lithium-ion battery, which is 500 milliamps. They don't actually say here that's 500 milliamps, but I did read up, it is 500 milliamps. So you do get a pretty huge battery inside here. USB rechargeable with onboard charging circuit, so you can see it there. This port isn't actually covered, which is one issue that I don't like too much. I really wish that they would have covered the USB port, but oh well. It's still got an IP rating of 54, which is pretty great. Dual switch design, so one switch to turn on and one to change modes. It does also have a memory function. 4 brightness levels with direct access to ultra low and turbo output. So from off you can hold, and that'll be turbo mode. And then to get it onto ultra low, push and hold, and then you're on ultra low mode there. Very easy UI, and they just said it's got a memory function. High efficiency regulation circuit provides unwavering output. So basically they're trying to say that it's got no PWM. It's a pretty steady output. Advanced temperature regulation, ATR, which is another Nitecore thing. Basically all that means is that the light steps down by itself. It's not a time step down, it's a thermal step down, so when the light gets too hot it'll step down by itself, which is better than having it timed. Built-in power indicator, which is in the lights here, I believe. Rear suspension ring capable of handling 30 kilos, so you can leave this on your keychain or on your bag, and you can probably lift up your whole bag and it's not going to break because it can hold 30 kilos. Hard anodizing type 3, military grade hard anodizing with aluminium alloy body, so obviously aircraft grade aluminium alloy. What did I do here? Did I scratch it? No, well. And impact resistant to 1.5 meters, which is great for a EDC flashlight. We'll run through its size. Its dimensions are 60.8 millimeters in length, so from here to here. 24.5 millimeters across, and 13.8 millimeters in width that way. So the great thing about the tip is that it only weighs a whopping 23.5 grams, which is actually the same weight as a standard AA alkaline battery. They're pretty much about the same weight, this and an alkaline battery. So you're getting 360 lumens max from a light that weighs the same as an AA alkaline battery. How amazing is that? Alright guys, so we'll run through the output now. You got ultra low, which is 1 lumen for 46 hours. Then we'll change up modes with the mode selection. You get medium mode, 35 lumens for 6 hours and 30 minutes. Then you get high mode, which is 150 lumens for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Then you got to push and hold the mode select button like that. And you get turbo mode, which is 360 lumens for 30 minutes. The beam distance is 74 meters, which is 1400 CD. So impact resistant to 1.5 meters, as I've already said, and IP to 54. So it's IP54, sorry. So basically it can be wet by splashes and by a hose for about 10 minutes, and that shouldn't break it. That's what the IP54 rating is. And also it means dust ingress. It should be able to keep out dust pretty well. Lockout mode is super easy. Lockout is very important on an EDC flashlight because it's going to be in your pocket or in your bag and whatnot, and most likely it's going to get pushed and then turned on. And unlike other flashlights, you can't just change the battery. This one has to be recharged before you can use it again. So lockout mode is super important on a light like this. So push and hold, and then it'll flash, and then to unlock, we'll push and hold again, and then it's unlocked again. So that's lockout mode there. As I've showed you before, you got instant access to turbo mode from anywhere, so you can have the light on and push and hold, and you get turbo mode. You've also got memory mode, but memory mode is only for the 3 standard modes. You can't memory mode turbo mode. I just said mode like 500 times then, right? You've also got a power indicator, so from the off mode you just push the mode change button and you see those red lights blink inside, like so. Right now I've got a full battery. 3 flashes means battery is over 50%, 2 flashes represents battery below 50%, and 1 flash represents battery level below 10%. Alright, let's quickly show you around the light, not much to see. You've already seen the reflector system. It's got a stainless steel bezel. You can see the Cree XP-G2 there. You can see it's got a orange peel reflector system. It's got these buttons, these screws here and everywhere to hold it together. When I took them apart, I had to take out all screws. You can't just take out one side at once. It's got the USB port there, which you use for charging. You know, I really wish that Nitecore would have just put in another USB cover, because that would have made it waterproof, like properly waterproof. But you can actually get the USB port covers from online. When I find the link, I'll leave it in the description in case you guys want to get it. Overall, the build quality of this light is like great. Like, it's really good. It's got a nice finish. Everywhere is really nicely done. Like, there's no sharp edges, no pointy edges. The buttons all have a good tactile feel. It's sturdy. I did just drop it when I was outside and I was laughing about it, and that's how I done that there. But of course it was on my keychain. Where's my keys? And my keys are fairly heavy, so that is my fault. Yeah. So to me, basically the Nitecore tip feels like what the Nitecore tube should have been. The Nitecore tube has been on my keychain now for about a year and a half. It's seen mild use, it hasn't been used too much. I really wish that Nitecore would have made the tip first, and I would have gotten one of those. So this is my keychain here. Not that many keys. I've got a couple of keychains actually with different keys on them. Keep that on the Caribbean here. So these are all on there. I've been EDCing this for a week now, and like, I freaking loved it. Like, it's a great light. I feel like I can get rid of my standard EDC and just use this. 360 lumens is a massive amount of output, and with a built-in 500 mAh battery, it runs for a long time. Like, that is already like a standard IMR 14500 or 16340. They're only about 500 milliamps, 5 to 600 milliamps max. So you're already getting like a massive battery in here, and it's USB rechargeable. Like, how easy is it just to plug in the USB cable here? And you can see the lights on, which shows that it's charging now. From fully drained battery, it'll take about 2 hours to charge the Nitecore tip all the way up. So yeah, even like size wise, if I compare like other lights to this light, you will see how small it is. Look at how tiny that is. And plus, these lights weigh at least twice as much, or maybe the MK1 weighs the same, but without the battery. Then with the battery, it's going to weigh twice as much. And like, output is only maybe not even 100 lumens extra, maybe just 100 lumens extra. And like, yeah, and they're basically the same price. So you can get this for about $16. Gearbest sent me this to do a review on. They've got it now for about $16.50, I think, US. So I think this will make a great present or a great EDC for most people. It is missing the USB port cover, which I would have liked to seen included, but we don't always get everything that we want with a light. Only time will tell how much you need that cover, but I am going to buy my own anyway, just in case, because I know what I'm like with lights. As you can see, it's already kind of scratched up. So that's how I treat my lights. My lights are like a utility. They're going to get used. I'm not going to baby them, because they're there to get used. Even my jet beam is like mildly used, as you can see. It's got a few scuffs and marks here and there. That one's a pretty big one, but so yeah, so that's what my lights are there for. They're there to be used. Alright guys, I've pretty much blabbered it on for a while. Let's take this light outside and see how it does. Alright guys, now we're outside with the Nitecore tip on its lowest mode, which I believe is 1 lumen. It looks a little bit brighter than 1 lumen to me. It's called ultra low. Technically it's a moonlight mode. Can last for up to 46 hours on this mode, which is great. Not that I'm going to use it that much, but you know, it is enough to open up your front door with or something. Even if you look over to that door there, you can kind of just see it. To me, that's enough light from here to open up the door, and that's about 3 meters away, which is always great. Alright, now we'll switch it up to medium mode, and you can see in medium mode is just a huge amount of light and a huge upgrade from ultra low. Alright, so the Nitecore tip on medium mode now. Now we're a little bit further back. We're about 5-6 meters back from the door. You can see still more than enough light, even if I shine it over there. Medium mode is only supposed to be 35 lumens. To me, it does seem a lot brighter. We'll move over to the yard and we'll see how much of the yard medium mode can actually light up. Alright, now we're pointing medium mode at the back wall. You can actually see it's doing a pretty good job. We're about 8 meters away here. If we look on the tree, it's lighting up the tree really well. It's actually super bright, eh? It's good. Pretty good mode actually. We'll turn up next to high mode, 150 lumens. High mode's a jump, but it isn't the biggest jump. But you can see from how close we are how much light that it puts out on high mode here. I think from this mode on we can move back to our normal standing position and we should be able to see the whole backyard lit. Alright guys, so this is high mode on. Yeah, 150 lumens. Back at our normal spot here. You can see, like, fair enough, you know, it's not really lighting up the whole backyard like it's daytime, but it's lighting up with more than enough light for you to use and for it to be useful. And it still is like a fairly big area here. The usual spot where I stand is about here, so we're about 15 meters from the fence. Even though it doesn't look like that much on the camera, we are fairly far back. Now we'll put turbo mode on, so just push and hold and it goes to turbo mode. So turbo mode, 360 lumens. Now look at how wide the beam is, how floody that this beam is. Actually, let's move back a tad bit. Okay, now that's uneven, put it on some even ground. Alright, so if I hold this upwards, you can see it literally lights up my whole backyard like daytime. It's crazy. It does have a step down, but it's a thermal step down. It's ATR or something, advanced thermal regulation, which is a Nitecore system. I don't think it's timed. I'm pretty sure it is thermal. It still hasn't stepped down now. It's a fairly warm night here actually. It kind of smells like I'm at a train station because it's been raining the past 4 days and it's pretty humid night, so yeah, kind of smells a bit weird here. I think now it has stepped down actually. The light's starting to get warm but nowhere near hot. Yeah, step down. So now we got it back on turbo mode. You can see just how much light it really puts out. Puts out a huge amount of light for something that's so small, tiny and compact. Look at that all the way to the far end. Lights it up like daytime. Alright, I brought out some other EDC lights and we'll try them and we'll see how it does. First of all, we'll try the JetBeam Jet 1 MK and we'll see how it does against the Nitecore tip. Alright guys, the sun's almost coming up now, so we've got to hurry up. It's like 5 AM here. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning to get this review done. Haven't had time. Okay, this is the Jet MK2 over here on the right side, and we'll put the tip on to the left. Okay, so you can see completely different. Wait, let me just. Okay, so you can see completely different beam patterns. I'm expecting the Jet MK2 to be brighter because it is rated to be almost 200 lumens brighter actually. No, it is, it's 200 lumens brighter, so you know there's no doubt there. But then again, very different styles. The tip is a lot lighter and a lot smaller, and of course has the built-in battery, and it is a lot more floody. So if I leave just the tip on here, so that's how well it lights up the yard. Now we'll turn the tip off and we'll put the Jet MK2 on. So you can see the tip is in a league of its own. It holds its own very easily. Now we'll put on the Jet MK1 and we'll see how that does. Alright guys, this is the Jet MK1 to the right here. Actually, when I was just using the MK2 then, it started to get hot, so I'm not sure like how hot it is outside here, but I am sweating and it is fairly humid. But that's the first time I've ever felt the tip get that hot. Sorry, not the tip, the MK2. The tip still isn't even warm. Sorry, I just had to shine it at a bat that was flying over me. We'll put the tip onto the left. Alright, tip to the left. And MK1 to the right. So you can see right now the MK1 is holding its own like pretty good. Like, come on, man. Look at, that's how much the MK1 lights up. And this is how much that the tip lights up. Like, I know the hotspot is brighter on the MK1, but that's still fairly close. And like, these are like pretty much the same price right now. And with the tip, you get like the battery and the charger, and because it's the Christmas pack, you get all the extra bonus stuff inside there. How cool is that? Not that I'm trying to sell you this, I'm just trying to state that it's a pretty good buy. You know, on the camera, I can't even hardly tell the difference. I can see the hotspot's brighter on the MK1, but they're still fairly close. Actually, if I wasn't such a goof, what I would have done was I would have put the NIM battery inside the MI7, and that would have made it pretty fair, because I think the MI7 is what, 340 lumens, and the tip is 360 lumens. So yeah, oh well, it's too late now because I'm already outside and the sun's almost up. So yeah, I'll make another video of that. Okay, we'll put the tip on, turbo. So tip to the left, MI7 to the right. So you can see obviously the MI7 is almost twice as bright, but they still both do a fairly good job of lighting up my backyard. Alright, we'll turn the MI7 off. You know, like, to be honest, I can't really fault this light. Like, it's great, I've had it on my keys. I would like for the USB charging port to be covered, which I'm going to upgrade soon. When I upgrade that, I'll make a video of that too. And yeah, I'll leave a link in that other video of where you can buy the charging ports from. But either way, it's still IP54 good. So like, it's going to be good to get a little bit of water splashed on it. And if you drop it, it's got the 1.5 meter drop resistance. And like, it's a perfectly good present for someone that wants a flashlight, because 360 lumens is still a mega amount of light. I don't see when you're going to need like that much more light, especially for an EDC. I know, you know, I say you don't need too much light for most EDCs, and like, I've stuck to my word because I've always managed to keep a small EDC without needing that more light. But with a light like the tip, I honestly feel like I can get rid of my proper sized EDC, like my JetBeam Jet MK2, and I can just carry around the tip. I'm going to keep it on me for another week, like at least, and see how it does. Anyway guys, this has been Chris from Everyday Survival Gear, bringing you the Nitecore Tip Christmas Edition review, version 2 I should say. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe if you want to. Alright, thanks guys.